Hello, my name is Joan Senda. I am an osteopath and yoga teacher. First of all, I want to let you know that in the description you'll find links to the Anatomy of Yoga courses, both in person and online, which we start from October. Today we're going to look at a sequence for the dris, that is, for the multitude of drishtis. We're going to try to do a sequence to focus on different points of attention at the same time. Let's see if we can manage it. Alright, let's get to the sequence. One of the tools for dispersing thoughts is the practice of mental concentration. Because if we don't practice good mental concentration, the mind, which is perverse and corrupt, will send out a multitude of thoughts every second. We have to keep in mind that in the development of the human brain, the body already existed beforehand. Therefore, the brain, the mind, is always seeking attention. We need to master that mind, anchor it, and prevent chitta, the mental waves. A good way is to focus on one point, and then we can gradually expand our attention without losing that fixed point. That is, we can concentrate on the space between the eyebrows, and without letting go of that concentration, we can also focus, for example, on the crown of the head. Without letting go of the concentration. The idea is to add concentrations, so multidrishti, multiple focuses at the same time. I challenge you to try this series to attempt multiple concentrations at the same time, without losing intentionality, not prioritizing one focus, but maintaining all focuses with the same intensity. Let's move on to the Tadasana series. We take advantage of this posture, which is accessible to everyone, and concentrate on the space between the eyebrows, on the Ajna chakra, for at least 1 minute. Then, without losing focus on the space between the eyebrows, we expand our attention to our breath. In other words, multidrishti. We continue for 1 more minute without losing attention on the previous 2 points of focus. We expand our attention to the movement of the abdomen during breathing, especially on the exhalation, drawing the navel inward and upward. We continue with all 3 points of focus for 1 more minute. Virabhadrasana 2. We start with the right leg back to stretch the right side of the diaphragm, which is lower, and the right lung is larger. This way, we have greater breathing capacity. We stretch the arms parallel to the floor. We direct our gaze forward, looking for a fixed point into the distance. We hold the pose for 30 seconds without breaking the posture or losing focus. We bring our attention to the space between the eyebrows, increasing a drishti, the gaze toward infinity, but also focusing on the space between the eyebrows. We hold for 30 seconds without losing either point of focus. We add attention to the front knee. We hold for 30 seconds without losing the combined points of focus. We add attention to the pelvis that is behind. We hold for 30 more seconds without losing focus. We add attention to the movement of the breath. We hold for 30 more seconds. Then we switch sides, repeating the points of focus. Parsbhotasana, a variation. We start with the right leg back for the same reason we mentioned before. We bring the hands to the side, to the ankle that is in front. We focus on the space between the eyebrows. We hold the posture for about 30 seconds without losing focus. We direct our attention to the front knee. We continue for 30 more seconds without losing focus. We bring our attention to the soles of the feet in Pabandha. We hold for 30 more seconds without losing attention. We broaden our focus to the heartbeat. We hold for 30 seconds. Then we move into Tadasana. We relax for a few moments and switch sides, repeating the points of focus. Vasana. From Tadasana, we bring the feet almost together and with an inhale, raise the arms above the head. As we exhale, we bend the knees and, if possible, tilt the head back. We focus on the space between the eyebrows. We return to focusing on the Asa chakra for 30 seconds. We inhale and return to Tadasana. We hold for 30 more seconds. We repeat the pose, keeping our attention on the space between the eyebrows and on the breath. We increase the drishtis for 30 more seconds. We inhale and return to Tadasana. We hold for 30 more seconds. We return to Utkatasana, focusing on the space between the eyebrows and also bringing attention to the heartbeat. We hold for 30 more seconds. With the inhale, we return to Tadasana and hold for 30 more seconds. This is a strength pose. The quadriceps are working. This increases the activation of the nervous system and tends to scatter the mind more. Precisely in these types of strength poses is when we need to apply the multidrishtis to master our mind. Uttanasana. A variation from Tadasana. We hug the elbows and bend forward, letting the body hang. We focus again on the space between the eyebrows, holding for 30 seconds without losing focus. We bring our attention to the hamstrings, the posterior muscle chain, and the knees, holding for 30 more seconds without losing focus. We bring our attention to the breath, holding for 30 seconds without losing focus. We focus on the heartbeat and hold for 30 more seconds. Brigana. Balance poses are a challenge for concentration. We start with the left leg on the ground to activate the right cerebral hemisphere. As we raise our arms, we focus our attention on the tips of the middle fingers, holding for 30 seconds without losing focus. We add attention to the space between the eyebrows, holding for 30 more seconds without losing focus. We add attention to the breath, hold for 30 seconds, then switch sides and repeat the points of focus. Virabhadrasana 3. We start with the left leg on the ground. As we stretch parallel to the floor with the hands reaching forward and the leg extending back, we focus our attention on the palms of the hands, holding for 30 seconds without losing focus. We direct our attention to the sole of the right foot and then to the sole of the left foot, applying pabanda. We hold for 30 seconds without losing focus. We bring our attention to the space between the eyebrows, holding for 30 seconds without losing focus. We hold for 30 seconds, then switch sides without losing focus. Palakkana is a strength posture, and at the beginning we bring tension to the lumbar area to ensure proper alignment. We hold for 30 seconds without losing focus. We add tension in the calves during the stretch of the posterior muscle chain for 30 seconds without losing focus. We add tension to the abdominal muscles, hold for 30 seconds, and then focus on the space between the eyebrows, maintaining the posture for another 30 seconds. Bhujangana. As you inhale, lower the pelvis to the floor, bring your attention to the crown of your head, and hold for 30 seconds without losing focus. Bring your attention to the space between the eyebrows, hold for 30 seconds without losing focus. We bring our attention to the tip of the nose for the pituitary gland and hold for another 30 seconds. Adho Mukha Svanasana. As you exhale, move into Adho Mukha Svanasana, bringing your attention to the crown of your head for 30 seconds without losing focus. We add attention to the space between the eyebrows, first the pineal gland and now the hypothalamus. Hold for 30 seconds without losing focus. We add attention to the tip of the nose, pituitary gland. Therefore, it is a good posture to activate the 3 intracranial glands, especially when focusing with the drishtis on each specific gland. Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. From Adho Mukha Svanasana, lift your right leg and bring your attention to the palms of your hands for 30 seconds without losing focus. We bring our attention to the soles of the feet, both the left and the right. Hold for 30 seconds without losing focus. Bring your attention to the navel point for 30 seconds. Ardha Uttanasana variation. Bring your right leg forward and lift your chest, focus your attention on the sternum, and hold for 30 seconds without losing focus. Add your attention to the elongation of the spine, another 30 seconds without losing focus. Add your attention to the space between the eyebrows and hold for 30 seconds. Kapotasana 2 or Eka Padaraja Kapotasana. Bring your forehead to the floor and extend your arms. Focus your attention on the palms of your hands, 30 seconds without losing focus. Add your attention to the sole of your left foot, 30 seconds without losing focus. Add your attention to the space between the eyebrows, 30 seconds more. Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. With the left leg up, focus your attention on the palms of your hands. Hold for 30 seconds without losing focus. Bring your attention to the soles of your feet without losing focus. Bring your attention to the navel point, 30 seconds more. Again, we do Ardha Kapotasana, this time with the left leg in front, attention on the sternum, 30 seconds elongating the spine and focusing on the space between the eyebrows. Kapotasana 2 or Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. With the left leg crossed, focus your attention on the palms of your hands, 30 seconds without losing focus. We add attention to the sole of the right foot for another 30 seconds. And without losing focus on the previous 2 points, we add attention to the space between the eyebrows for another 30 seconds. Salabhasana. In a variation, we lie down on the floor in a prone position, stretch and lift both arms and legs, focus attention on the palms of the hands, and hold for 30 seconds. Without losing focus, we add attention to the soles of the feet for 30 seconds. Without losing focus on the previous points, we add attention to the space between the eyebrows to activate the hypothalamus for another 30 seconds. Supta Uttita Savasana. Lying on your back, stretch out your arms and legs. Focus your attention on the palms of your hands for 30 seconds. Without losing focus, we add attention to the soles of the feet for 30 more seconds. Without losing focus on the previous points, we add attention to the breath for 30 more seconds. Without losing focus on the previous points, we add attention to the heartbeat for 30 more seconds. Without losing focus on the previous points, we add attention to the tip of the nose for the pituitary gland for 30 more seconds, and without losing focus, we add attention to the crown for 30 seconds. Therefore, this is a posture in which we can apply multiple drishtis at the same time, since it is a sukh. We sit in Sukhasana or in a comfortable posture with the spine straight. With eyes closed, we look toward the left cerebral hemisphere. We maintain our attention, breathing long and deep for 1 to 3 minutes. With eyes closed, we look toward the right cerebral hemisphere. That is, we move our eyes to create attention. We maintain our attention, breathing long and deep for 1 to 3 minutes. With eyes closed, we look toward the space between the eyebrows. We maintain the tension, breathing long and deep, and with eyes closed, we look toward the tip of the nose for the pituitary gland. We keep breathing deeply for 3 minutes, and with our eyes closed, we look towards our chin. We maintain the tension by breathing deeply for 1 to 3 minutes.
Waheguru, 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 Wahegio. 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 Waheguru, 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 wahegio.
Well, I hope you liked it. See you next time.